you guys know the drill. It is officially New Year's Eve, and I am psyched because 2014 has been a really bad year for me. So I'm about ready to just done. So I'm super excited about that. But it is going to be awesome. So this is just going to be hanging out with me. Woo. Is that what it is? Yeah. But the highlights of this year, I can't really think of any highlights besides the fact that I smacked one of the girls that I know in the face. It was incredible. I smacked her fully. Like, we were just standing next to each other, like, facing each other, and I just pulled my hand back and smack her right in the face. It was incredible. You don't, like, there are some people where I just want to smack in the face so bad. Like, you literally have no idea. It's kind of insane. And then, oh yeah, telling this girl off that I know, I was like, you know what, fuck you, fuck your post, fuck everything about you, fuck off, later bitch. It was pretty good. Oh yeah, another good thing. This was from the therapy class that I took, and certificate of completion. Yeah, it's pretty great. That's actually one of my highlights of this year, going to therapy and being with all those kids, and, you know, I was one of the inpatients there, well, outpatient I really should say, but it was partial hospitalization program thingy, but it was really fun being with a lot of people and hanging out. Anyway, as I was saying, it was a lot of fun being with kids who were like me, going through same struggles and such, so that was a really fun time. Downsides, I don't really feel guilt that often. I don't feel regret and don't feel remorse. So, there really was no downsides because everything that happened shaped me to who I am today. I mean, you wouldn't see me here in this PTV shirt a year ago, you wouldn't. A year ago, I didn't even know what any of the music I listened to was, other than just music. Which reminds me to another quote-unquote story. I can't remember it right now, though. I just had it, I was like, PTV, and then I remembered something. Oh, yeah. I wouldn't have a YouTube channel if it wasn't for, the major YouTube channels that I, watch daily, such as Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, and how far they went to overgo a lot of their personal struggles, and especially Mr. Epsilon, because, he just has this way of speaking that really gets to someone, So there's my ultimate favorite part of the year, though, which I literally cannot deny. was getting this for my sister when she came back from Florida. Getting this little necklace. I know it doesn't look like much, but it speaks pretty clearly. That's another thing, you know, starting the band, that was... I remember this year around June 3rd, because it was 7 days before my brother's birthday. June 3rd, exactly 10:01 at night, 10:06 or 10:01, it was 10:06. Texting her and being like, we should start a band in all capitals, and then just went from there. And then, a year ago, I never wore eyeliner. I barely wore any makeup. Now I have tons, and you can see me walking around in freaking black lipstick. It's kind of crazy, actually. I never used to straighten my hair, which I'm actually about to do right now. Because I have a New Year's thing to go to. But just so much has changed from me last year to this year. It's incredible. A lot of you don't know that I actually used to have glasses. And they started quite a lot of my social issues with people getting glasses. It just didn't help at all, so I stopped wearing them. I do not have contacts because I would have to sacrifice my eyeliner. Pfft, hell no. I ain't doing that. In fact, I know my glasses are like somewhere around here-ish. Actually, hold on. Alright, so this is me now. It's actually quite a surprising change. This right here is me a couple years ago. Pretty big change, I would say. Yeah, a lot has changed. There have been some downs and some ups. Being diagnosed with depression, that was a pretty big down for me. Anxiety, and my doctor looking at me and going through some blood tests and whatnot and going over some stuff and telling me that I had autism. That was a pretty big setback. But then him saying that since I did have autism, it'd be interesting to take an IQ test, because he said that I seem like a relatively smart person because I answered one of the questions that not many people could answer. I can't remember it right now, because do keep in mind this was 7 months ago, pretty early in the year. And so much has happened since then. It's in a file. I know it's somewhere up here, but I answered the question and gave more than I gave more in a few seconds than someone would give in a few minutes of an average IQ, and so I took the IQ test, and I actually took the IQ test a couple weeks ago, after a few months of thinking about it and scheduling it. And the results actually shocked me, even though I did have autism and I wasn't as fast at, simpler things such as, mathematics as other kids were. I scored 156.2. And the average is around